It's raining flowers!
Hey guys, Oscar here. This is Oscar Gonzalez from papidaddy.com. You might have seen my videos, especially if you're a parent in the Tustin Unified School District. And if your kid goes to school with my kid, then you probably receive some of my emails or texts, especially about going to a pool party. And first of all, make sure that you check your email, check those texts, and make sure that you make it to the next party. But then I wanted to answer a couple questions that I got from people when I sent that out, and talking to some of the parents outside of the school, you know, while we were waiting and stuff. And somebody asked me, Oscar, why are you doing this? Why? I mean, that's nice and all that stuff, but why? And I thought, I wasn't sure how to answer it, but I do have a reason. So that's what I want to answer here today. Before I get into that, make sure you go check out papidaddy.com. Make sure you get in touch with me if you want to be a part of what I'm about to talk about. And if you just want to stay in touch, learn about the school district, learn about parenting, and just follow our story online, make sure you check out the video description for all the links and on how to get in touch. But let's get into the answer of the question, why am I doing this? The simple answer was, over the summer we had a couple of close calls, not close calls, what would you say, wake-up calls. Unfortunately, people in our family passed away. And whenever that happens, we always say, hey, you know, I wish we would have done this. I wish this would have been. I wish we could have done that and this and that. And you start going through and analyzing your life and your actions. And then you realize, hey, we have a limited amount of time in this place, and we are raising the next generation. We have our kids to look out for, and a lot of times we get so busy in our work, and then drop them for school, and then pick them up, and then get ready for activity 1, 2, 3, and then back to school, back to work, back to school, and you don't end up actually enjoying the time with them, and something happens. That's reason number one, and that's the main reason why. There's also another reason that's a little more abstract, and this is just how I feel. You don't have to agree, but I feel like the country at large, our communities there's tension and there's conflict with people. We see a lot of headlines on the news and on social media about this guy hates this guy and that guy hates this and this guy said that and this. And then we look towards our leadership or towards a piece of paper or a policy or something that's, we say, hey, you know what, if we change that, everything's going to be better now. Whether it is, you know, minorities, education, gun rights, any civil right that you know, enter whatever you want to enter in here. We fall into the false belief that the media tells us that if we just get that thing fixed, everything will be better. I don't believe that's the case. And I think that the problem, the disconnect that happens in our communities between neighbors, between people, is happening because people aren't talking anymore. People aren't hanging out. People aren't doing stuff together. I remember when I was growing up, afternoon came around, I would go out and play, and it was playtime with anybody and anybody that wanted to come out and play. That doesn't happen anymore. Now we do a lot of these play dates and stuff, and we pick and choose who we want to hang out with, and that's perfectly fine. But we don't actually hang out. Everything has to be planned and scheduled and this and that. And there's nothing wrong with that. But what I want to do is make those connections between you and me and you and other parents to realize that it doesn't matter what our ideological beliefs are. Maybe I think that, you know, something happened and that's why we're here, and maybe I don't believe that, and maybe you believe that, and maybe somebody else believes something different. But we don't have to hate each other. We don't have to be mad at each other for something that CNN or Fox News or somebody on Twitter said, because they don't pay your bills. They don't raise your kids. They're out there. They can say whatever they want. They may not even be in this country, and we don't know that. But the fact of the matter is, the president, our governor, all those people aren't going to solve our problems. Only we are going to solve our problems. And it starts by establishing common ground between one another to say, hey, we love hanging out at the pool. We had a great time. We had a great time having lunch. We had a great time doing this. And our kids love each other and they love hanging out with each other. That's what I want to create. And I don't care what you believe. I don't care what color you are. I don't care if you're male, female, or anything in between. It's not my business. I don't care. What I care is for you to realize that I don't hate you and you shouldn't hate me. And my kids want to get along with your kids and they want to play. And that's what's going to change the world. It doesn't matter who's in charge. It only matters that you take charge of your life, that you take charge and participate. And I'm making this video basically to let you know, and also for you to hold me accountable, so that, you know, if this is something that was just related to that wake-up call I mentioned earlier, and in 2 months you don't see me, you don't hear me, then remind me, because I will do the same for you. But we have to be willing to participate in each other's lives, because our kids are what's going to take over in the not so distant future. You know, they're in kindergarten, first grade, or whatever, but you blink and they'll be teenagers, and you blink again and they'll be getting married. So let's make the best of that time and bridge those gaps, bridge those divisions that really have been perpetrated into our lives by people like the mainstream media, the big corporations that have their own spin and their own reason for doing what they do. And believe me, I'm in the business of marketing. I'm in the business of creating stories. I'm in the business of telling you the news and all that stuff. Believe me, it is not in their best interest. It is not in your best interest what they do. What they need is views, clicks, all that kind of stuff on the internet. We won't get into it right now, but anyway, that's it. Talk to one another, say hello, remember each other's names, care about each other, and hang out. And don't forget to check for my email and text messages so you can come out to the next event that we do. And with that said, thanks for watching. I really, really appreciate your time. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you have anything to say. And if you want to stay in tune with my videos, please be subscribed. Catch you guys next time. Bye.